I am sleep deprived, stressed out, and feeling uncertain on my first day here in Iquitos and Peru in general. I finished working just a day ago, and I will be participating in 8 ayahuasca ceremonies starting the following day. This has definitely not been a smooth transition, and it feels especially hard to ground myself in this city. There are many reasons why I wanted to do this, but at this moment, so many thoughts in my head are making me question myself. What's going to happen?
Was Iquitos the right
Will I go
place? Will I
crazy?
be the same again?
If I won't be the same, how will I be different? Nonetheless, I decided to go to the Belen market in order to purchase a few items I wanted to take with me to my retreat. I took a guide with me and decided to capture some shots along the way. The market itself is certainly a far cry from anything that I would consider tranquil and calm. However, I can definitely admit that it is a fascinating place to be in. Here one can find a wide assortment of fruits, vegetables, animals, and other products extracted straight from the Amazon. After purchasing what was needed, my guide and I decided to go deeper into Belen, into the lower neighborhoods. The images I saw shortly after are certainly to stay with me for the rest of my life. The lower neighborhoods in Belen not only sit adjacent to the Taya River, but right on top of it. Throughout the year, the water rises to a point where many of the roads that were accessible by foot become submerged underwater, thus making canoes the only way to transport oneself in between the houses here. In the same river, the people swim here, clean themselves and their clothes here, and use it also as a sewage drop-off. Many people told me that it was a bad idea to come here on the days right before and after my ceremonies. However, I truly believe that seeing all this was a necessary part of my journey. One of the main reasons I wanted to drink ayahuasca was to obtain a new perspective on my life. To my surprise, I was able to already get a new one from just being in Belen. The next day, I get ready and head out to meet a couple of people that will take me to my retreat. We end up taking a high-speed boat to a small village named Santa Maria, about an hour boat ride from the main port in Iquitos. As we begin to enter the village, I knew right away that I had found the perfect place to participate in this. The feeling of the village is far different than that of Iquitos, and I can already tell that the locals here are well connected to the Amazon. There are a ton of questions around how my ceremonies will play out. Nonetheless, being in the nature has already given me a new sense of comfort that I was not able to find in the city.
Tambor, 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 tambor. Hey!
What a beautiful experience this has been. Aside from watching myself and others transform from our ceremonies, being amongst the shamans in the Amazon has deepened my connection to the nature on a level that I thought was never possible. For the first time in years, I feel truly at peace with myself and the world. I can finally breathe. And now that I have found my breath, I can finally begin to find my path.
Lejos estaba de pensar que serías mi penitencia. Cuánto tiempo he de llorar, pues sacaron la experiencia. Lejos estaba de pensar que un amor doliera tanto. Tiene espinas de rosas y mi alma está llorando.
Tambor, tambor, tambor. Julio César Guerrero.
After finishing my retreat, I arrive in Cusco where I spend a couple of days to acclimate to the altitude. The scenery is much different than that of Iquitos, with a strange mixture of Incan and Catholic influences. I then head to the San Pedro market to purchase a few items I will need for the Salcantay trek. This hike will take me through the Andes Mountains to Machu Picchu eventually. The market itself is a vibrant place, with street vendors posting up shop for miles within the area. Despite its crowded feel, I do enjoy the scenery here. It feels very welcoming and closer to how the locals live. After I get what I need, I head back to my hostel, try to get an early night as I wake up at 3 a.m. the next day to head out for my hike.
Seca, todo el mundo en patilla en la discoteca. Pepa y agua para la seca, todo el mundo en patilla en la discoteca.
Desacatao. Empatillao.
Hiking through the Andes Mountains and then ending up in Machu Picchu was a beautiful experience. Being here has made me realize that this journey has not only been about the ayahuasca, not even about myself, but something much bigger than both of those things. I cannot necessarily tell what that is, but all I know is that I will be back here sooner than I expected. There is something special to the land here, and I feel the need to connect to it on an even deeper level. Perhaps it is because our deepest roots exist in the nature, and we have all sadly been so disconnected from it for so long. After getting back into Cusco, I get ready to go back to Los Angeles. During this time, I reflect on everything that has happened here. It is impossible for any amount of words and/or pictures to describe the feelings and new perspectives that I received while being here. Nonetheless, this was my best attempt to share all of it.
Nuestro mundo, divino mundo, te amo tanto. Con tus ríos y tus bosques me ilumino. Con mis ojos puedo ver tu belleza. Con tus plantas y animales maravillosos, tus montañas y tus aguas.